Relax and get loose while I put you up on game. The Figure Booth with Josh and Nate. This that podcast for those in the know. Batman vs. Iron Man, how would it go? We talking one of a kind collectibles. Mezco toys are respectable. It's unacceptable if it's not in the packaging. Nate don't take pics if you ain't rapping it. Nate's dirty tricks are always happening, but damn it, man, don't you be stressing. Round here we believe in plastic confessions. We trying to figure out the figures that's gonna stand the test of time. That G.I. Joe handmade hit me in the spine. There's perfection in the way that these toys are made, but I also wanna know, do I pick Wade or Slade? So this is where I come to kick it with the guys. The Figure Booth. Like, comment, and subscribe.
What is up, Toy Fam? And welcome to another edition of Motivation Monday. You have reached episode 10 of Motivation Monday. And yes, I am alone. I do not have my buddy Prime. Maybe a mistake to do this by myself, but I figured, why the hell not? Let's just do the live without Prime. He's on vacation. You guys can hate on him as you please. But I decided to go ahead and just do it myself and kind of talk about new figures. I put in some questions in the chat, not in the chat, but in my story, both on the Figure Booth page and my own page. So I decided to go ahead and just do that and talk new figures, and hopefully the chat can keep us entertained too. So big shout out to all you guys in the chat. Let me go ahead and check them out because it looks like we've already got quite a few people here. So thank you for that. Let's see. We'll start it off with Omar V. What's up, everyone? Hope your guys' week is going. Starting out great. Excuse me. Thank you, Omar V. Always with the mantras. We appreciate you. Toy Malarkey saying, what is up? What's up, Toy Malarkey? Thanks for being here. Berserk69 says, first. You're not exactly first, but you're the first to say first. So I'll give you credit for that. Loki saying first isn't. The first not. That's clever too. I like that. And then says what up with the stabs, the Tuesday crew, knives all over the place in this chat. Colossal Custom saying hooty hoo. What's up, Colossal? We got Chad Kinsler in the house saying yo yo. What's up, Chad? Adam Gonzo. What's up, Gonzo? He says, what's up, Chad? He's also saying hello to the chat. He says hello to everybody. Hey, Loki. We've got Mike from AZ Toy Hunters Guild. What's going on, Mike? Thanks for hanging out. We got Plasty. Yes, I'm doing a solo mission. And if you missed it, Plasty was our most recent interview. So if you missed that interview, you missed a good time. Me and Plasty and Prime talked for a good 2 hours just about toys, about how Plasty got started. Got to know a little bit more about him, what it's like collecting internationally. What it's like collecting as an international collector, a guy that lives in Colombia. You don't think about that, We all live, a lot of us live in the United States, and it's relatively easy to get things. But as a guy in Colombia, even though he's not readily, a lot of figures aren't readily available, that guy's got an amazing collection, especially of Mezco stuff. So huge shout out to Plasty. I'm a big fan of his channel. I'm a big fan of him as a person. And he's always a huge supporter of us. If you missed his interview, please go check it out because that was a lot of fun. We had a great time with him. Already got some great feedback. I think we're at like 140 views. I think just got posted yesterday. About 22 comments. So you guys are already coming out strong for that. I appreciate it. It's good to see that some success there. Going back into the chat, we got Chad Kinsler saying, Gonzo, my bro. I think I've gotten most of you already, so maybe this is a lot of repeat. Colossal Customs, I think I said your name already. Yes, it did. Let's see. Vacation. He has to work before going on vacation. That guy doesn't work. What are you talking about? This is Prime. He doesn't do any actual work. He just has fun and collects toys. But yeah, he's on vacation with the fam, so that's awesome. Glad he can do that. Man, Donatello is still the best turtle. I don't know how I feel about that, Colossal, but I mean, I appreciate you as a person in your opinion, but I got to disagree. I told Prime I talk too much. Not at all, Plasty. You talk just enough. Bat Force Grump, Tuesday crew with the knives. What is up, Bat Force Grump? I appreciate you being here, my friend. We got Trevor in the chat. What's up, 1-6 Shooter? Plasty is awesome. Great interview. Thanks a lot, Trevor. We appreciate you supporting that, man. Rick Jones saying, what's up, guys? What's up, Rick Jones? And then we got KJ Smith saying, sup, peeps. Nate, I can't make you. You want to be right. Well, we'll agree to disagree because I don't know. I love Donnie. I think I probably gravitate more towards Donnie as a person. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm more maybe of a Donnie in my adult years because I'm a huge nerd and I can relate to his nerdyism and his geekiness. I'm in front of a computer all day for my job, so I kind of represent Donnie. But Leo is my go-to from being a kid. He's my favorite. I love Raph too. Mikey, he's always kind of like the comic relief. But Leo, he's always my favorite. So I can't help but love Leo. But yeah, thanks to you guys for being here already and for supporting the chat. I don't know if we should start this with figures first, or do you guys want to go straight into the questions? I'll let you guys decide kind of what we do. Mikey at number 1 says Adam Gonzo. He's not you don't see a lot of people say Mikey is number 1, but I respect that. I love Mikey. But yeah, so we've got tons of figure news that we could talk through, but maybe we'll just go straight into some questions here. And if you guys have other questions as I'm reading these, if you want to throw me something in the chat, I'll make sure I pay attention to it and throw it up here for all of us to enjoy together. Plasty saying Mikey is overrated. I don't know if he's overrated, but he's not the best turtle. You got to have some comic relief. Those guys get a little serious, So you gotta make sure you got somebody that's funny. Colosso with the first question in the chat. How was your Monday? Well, it wasn't a Sunday or a Saturday, so that tells you anything. It's a normal work day for me, which is not that exciting, to be honest with you. But that's just the way it goes. What's up, Kyle? We got Kyle in the chat. I don't know if I'm ever pronouncing your name correctly. Waidoga? I probably just butchered that. So sorry. Creator from Super 7 is here. I know who you are. I just I butchered your name, so I'm sorry about that. We got Kevin from Toying Around. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for hanging out. Don't have your buddy Prime here that you can talk shit, but you can talk shit to me too if that makes you feel comfortable. Let's put the turtle talk down. Okay. Plasty's done with it already. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I put in some questions in my story. I put in questions in the figure booth story. I got a few responses. I know it was same day. It was kind of last minute type of thinking, like, what am I going to do to fill up the time? Because I'm by myself. I know a lot of you guys do this. Wadiga. Okay. Sorry. Kyle Wadiga. Thank you for the correction in the phonetic spelling there. That's much better. Me problemic on Prime. Everybody's got beef with Prime. I understand it. I've got a lot of beef with Prime too. And Plasty also has a lot of beef. So we can all relate on that. Anyways, I don't know how you guys do this by yourself, because I'm used to having somebody to kind of go back and forth. So I'm getting used to this. Let me just flow into this a little bit here. So let's go with questions. So like I said, I put in my story. I put it in the figure booth story. Just some questions. This is like kind of an ask me anything. So like I said, if you guys are in the chat, you have some questions you want to ask me, just go ahead and throw them in there. That's cool too. First question is going to be from @metal.mike.comics. This is actually a friend of mine that I've been following for a long time. We are big TMNT guys. We're TMNT fans. He's actually supplied a couple of my figures in my TMNT collection. Great guy. He does his own kind of art and wrestling support. He's got like his own illustrations of TMNT as wrestling figures. So go check that out. He's a really cool guy. Anyways, he asked me, what is my first Batman action figure? I had to think back on this one because there's like a couple of first ones that I think about. There was the Kenner Dark Knight collection that was going out. And then there was the Toy Biz stuff, which the Toy Biz stuff was actually first. So I think if I have to go with my first Batman action figure, it was probably the Toy Biz, which was the belt version. So we had the belt that kind of went out. I wish I could go get it, but it's actually in storage right now. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. The belt would retract, just like that scene in the movie where he gets Vicky Vale and, retracts him up. So I had that Toy Biz Batman was my jam. I play with that a lot. I don't have my original one because it's probably broken by now, but I did recollect it as an adult. I have it mint on card. I've got it loose. I'm a huge fan of that stuff. The Joker from that. We even got a Bob the Goon. I wish they would have gone a little bit deeper with that line, but that's got to be my first Batman action figure. And then closely after that was the Kenner Dark Knight collection. So all of the multiple versions of Michael Keaton Batman. You name it, there's a ton of different ones. You weigh me a little bit more, 108 pounds. Yeah, there you go. You got it. It was designed for one, but he got Vicky Vale up there. They didn't get all the way to the top because she lied about her weight. So good throwback there, Colossal. Nate, do you even like arcades? I do love arcades. I actually have 4 Primes arcades in my collection. I'm a huge fan of just gaming in general. I like the arcade. So yes, Kevin, I'm an arcader as well. Favorite arcade game? Probably TMNT Turtles in Time. That's one I spent the most time with friends, or maybe Simpsons. I know those are random. Also the original Mortal Kombat, but I probably played the Mortal Kombat original on consoles more than actually in the arcade themselves. But yeah, I'm definitely an arcade fan, a gaming fan. I'm a big gamer myself. Hopefully someone has it at Frank's. Not exactly sure what you're talking about, but maybe it has something to do with what Omar V said. Spotlight Series Woody up on Mattel creation site if anyone is interested. Awesome. I've actually been thinking about, I don't know if anybody has them, the Beast Kingdom figures, the Toy Story figures. They've got Woody, they've got Buzz Lightyear, they've got Sid, they have Andy. I kind of want it just for that Sid. Because, I mean, how often are you going to see a Sid figure? Let me see if I can throw it up here. I think it's from Beast Kingdom. I'm on the Big Bad Toy Store. TMNT and Simpsons are my choices too. I think we would get along, Kevin. We're childs of the same age. At least I hope so, because I'm an older guy. I think you're around my age. I think my first Batman toy was the Batman 89 Gold version. It had some sort of jetpack with pop-out wings. I definitely remember that one. Don't remember the name of it because there were so many different versions of Batman, but I definitely remember the gold one. I think NECA actually recreated that one, if I'm not mistaken. They recreated the gold Batman in a NECA figure. I have it in my collection. I never opened it, but I definitely have it. Oh yeah, I was going to look up Beast Kingdom, and then I totally stopped after looking at the chat. Let me do that. And yeah, I can't find it in here. Whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. The Beast Kingdom stuff, I'm thinking about getting it. It's just too cool to have, like a Sid. He comes with some other stuff, just great accessories. Frankensons, yes, I'm familiar with Frankensons. I just have not actually gone there before. I know it's like the Mecca for all people in Cali. So yeah, I definitely want to go there sometime. I know you guys are probably going to go when you go to DesignerCon. Really wish I could attend. It's just not really working out for me with my schedule and with work and all that stuff. But I will be living vicariously through your stories. I know you guys are having a great time. That'll be really awesome to see you guys all together. Yo, Nate, your suicide shot was killer. Thanks a lot, Omar. I appreciate that, man. I went out on a limb and I got those McFarlane figures, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I cannot speak today. They were better than I expected. I really wanted that King Shark. Very impressed with the King Shark. Even though the articulation is not great in the legs, you can take that plastic off. You can get, some other custom shorts that you can put on that figure. It's worth it. You can do other things with that figure other than just straight out of the box like that. So I'm very happy to have that set. I actually was very impressed with that wave, and that polka dot man's really sweet. So I'm happy to have that. Nobody knows what Kevin's talking about. Adam Gonzo throwing some shade. I have Beast Kingdom Buzz, but going to grab Sid and Callie, I hope. Nice. That is awesome. Yeah, I've heard great things about those Beast Kingdom figures, and I've seen a lot of shots of Buzz and of Sid and of Andy and Woody. It seems like a really cool line. Trevor saying you're not too old. Thanks, Trevor. I know we can relate. Speaking of older guys, what's up, Trevor? Kevin throwing some shade, the Butter Baron. Sid figure is so ironic how the tables have turned. Yeah, I agree. You never would have expected to see a Sid figure. And, for a guy that destroys figures, it's ironic that now we can destroy him. I think the first thing I might do is strap him to a rocket and see how well he flies. Mario, what's up, Mario? The Cha-Cha Master himself in the chat. That's going to be a fun time now. Frankincense is all right. Yeah, I've heard that they have kind of a long wait. There's a lot of people that go there, but it's a huge warehouse full of stuff. We have some toy stores here, some like older ones. Collectors Marketplace. I know Mike from AZ Toy Hunters Guild. He's familiar with it. But yeah, they're not nearly as big as Frankincense size. So I would love just to look around in there. I'd probably stay in there for quite a few hours just looking at what they have because I like all kinds of stuff. I'll be at Legion's Con. I figured you would be there, Trevor. That doesn't surprise me. I'm thinking that there's going to be that new wave. I think it's called Poxus. So I'm sure you're going to be debuting that, or at least delighting us all with some of your Instagram heat and all those photos that you've been doing of the Legions. So I'm excited to see your content from there. Will they be doing a sale on the website during Legion's Con? That seems like a question for Trevor. Oh, he's editing pics right now. Awesome. Yeah. So pay attention to your Instagram feeds. Maybe put on your notifications for Trevor because he's about ready to hit some heat. Where's the other guy? Prime is on vacation, so he left me solo tonight. What an asshole. All right. Next question. From Adam Gons himself. He asked me actually two questions. The first one being, how annoying is it to work with Prime? I know he's going to watch the replay, and I'll be nice. There's definitely some ups and downs with Prime. Yeah, he's a great guy. Can he make an arcade? Sure he can. But man, he likes to start beef, and he usually involves me in that beef. So yeah, it's a give and take. It's a love-hate relationship. I love to hate the guy. Working with him is a whole nother problem. But, we get by. It is what it is. Let's see. Yes, Poxus will be for sale right after G-Con on Friday. Nice. So the new wave of Legions is coming. Mythic Legions, that is. Not Cosmic, Mythic. It's going to be the Poxus wave. So I'm excited to see what comes from that. Mario didn't want to sub in co-host. I gave Mario a break. I didn't even ask anybody. Maybe I should have asked a co-host to come in here, so I'm not by myself. But we'll get Mario off the hook. I didn't ask him. I doubt he would have come without Prime on here anyway. So we'll just go with that. Too busy dancing that away. Yeah, that's right. He had cha-cha plans. He's got dance lessons going on. If you guys are interested in learning cha-cha, make sure to DM Mario. He'll help you out. Johnny number 5. Sup, dudes? What's up, Johnny number 5? Anyways, so second question from Adam Gons 124. What's the favorite figure in your collection? Well, since the first time I went Batman heavy with Toy Biz, I went with the Toy Biz Batman. I'm not going to go Batman on the second one. My favorite, I'll go with figures in my collection. My favorite figures in my collection are probably my giant size TMNT from Playmates. And those are the originals. So they're the ones from 1989. I actually have the whole set. I've got all 4 turtles. I've got Bebop. I got Rocksteady. Those are prized possessions in my collection. I love those figures. I don't have them in the boxes, unfortunately, but I do have. They're pretty much original. They've got all the the harnesses on them. They've got their weapons. I never take photos of them. They live in my DTOF and they stay in my DTOF because they are valuable and they're old. But that's one of my most prized possessions in my collection. That's definitely one of those I go to and I just kind of stare at and like, man, I can't believe I have those because they're just so cool. Products of my childhood. Never had those when I was a kid. But as I got older, actually, my friend at Metal Mike Comics, he hooked me up with a lot of those. He was a big reason why I completed that set as an adult. So yeah, those are definitely prized possessions in my collection. I have a lot of stuff, though. I've got a lot of older stuff. Used to be a mint on card collector. So I've got a lot of old Batman figures. I've got a lot of the Dark Knight collection, a lot of the Toy Biz stuff, a lot of old TMNT. I just don't, I don't shoot it a whole lot. It never really sees the light of day. That's the stuff that's really just for me. Prime would have been too jealous. Yeah, that's a good way to go, Mario. Prime would have been too jealous. Doing good on your own, Nate. Thank you, Cerebral Deep. I appreciate it. And thanks for all the love on my Instagram too, man. You've been sharing my stuff. You've been liking my photos. You've been commenting. I really appreciate it, man. None of that stuff goes unnoticed. So thank you for that. Brian would have spammed Mario's DMs with beef emojis. There's all kinds of beef. Just tons of beef. As Plasty would say, maybe with Prime instead of Plasty here. This is from our Plasty episode, but yeah, I've got a problem with Prime for sure. All right. Long overdue for Nate to have the spotlight. Thanks, Kevin. I go by the wayside a lot of the times. I'm just here to prop everybody else up. All right. Going into the next questions. Somebody else that is in the chat, Batforce Grump. I think you asked this on my personal one and not the figure booth, but either one was fine. So I appreciate you asking the question. This is probably a common question that a lot of you have right now is, do you have a Mezco Conan for a reasonable price? I only have mine, Grumps. I'm sorry. I actually got my... Oh, shit. There you go. I dropped him. Now it's not worth anything. But I did get my Conan. He's not in the box. I've actually got a shot set up right now that I was working on before. I didn't want to get him out of the pose that he was in, so I don't have him to show you, but he is here. He actually arrived on Friday, I believe. So yeah, I'm definitely stoked to have Conan. The hype's real, man. The hype is real in this figure. This is not a figure that I thought I was going to really be super excited about. As I started seeing photos in the community and I started seeing what people were doing, people like Trevor, who's in the chat here, other people in the community like Jason B. Michael, he did something really funny with the Plunderlings. A lot of people are just putting out heat. Sergeant Bananas, Johnny, he's been doing a lot of great stuff. It got me really excited for that figure to come. I was like, man, that's better than I expected it was going to be. So I got it in hand, opened it up, and yeah, I was impressed. It's really, really cool figure. Definitely a sleeper hit, one that I don't think a lot of us expected to like as much as we do. But it's great, man. It really, really well done. Makes me regret that I don't have the Death Dealer on pre-order. I think with the hit of Conan, that Death Dealer is going to be highly sought after, probably really hard to find because that was a Mezco exclusive. So I can already see that one probably going up in value quite a bit. Nate's got a buttery smooth voice. Should take the lead more often. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. You can't get the lead from Prime. He likes to be first. He likes to be in the lead. He likes the recognition. So I'm okay with sitting back a little bit and let him have that. I'm just here to support Prime. Let's see. Rick Jones. Conan is coming for Friday. Nice. You will not be disappointed, man. That is a great figure. Sucks to see that he's not more readily available. I mean, I hate to see people spending $300 on a Conan. Don't go spend $300. I don't think he's worth $300 by any means. So if that's the only way to get him, you're going to spend $300, just pass, man. Because spending that kind of money on a Mezco when you could have got it for $90, it kills me. Personally, I can't do that. I can't spend aftermarket prices on Mezcos when I knew that I had a chance to get it. So I don't think it's worth the $300. Maybe as time goes on, you'll see that price starts to drop a little bit. It's just the hype right now. It's the fact that you can't get them easily. But not even all retailers have received it yet. I have a local shop here that is being supplied by Diamond. They actually don't have it, their shipment in, but it's on the way. So there are more coming onto the market. Keep checking your local comic shops. I think a lot of people forget local comic shops order Mezcos as well. So if you did not get a Mezco Conan, go check a local comic shop. There's a good chance you might be able to find one. Just don't pay those aftermarket. Don't feed the scalpers, man. Because it's just too much money. I'm going to miss out on Conan because I'm not paying aftermarket price. Yeah. I hear you, man. It's, $300 is a lot to spend on a figure like that. Trevor says I'd go $250 if I didn't have it, but they'll be doing another version for sure. I think so too. 1/6 shooter, and Bill from the Dork Later presented this idea a couple of weeks ago, where he was talking about the possibility of an MDX. Somebody had put head sculpts of another Conan version with the crown. A lot of people are thinking, okay, that's an MDX. I do think with the popularity of Conan, we'll see another one. So just hold out. You guys will probably see another one here at some point soon. Don't go spending your hard-earned money unless you absolutely have to have it and you're just a rich guy that can afford it. I don't know if it's worth all the extra that people are charging right now. I got to get Death Dealer, get ready to pay $250. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Talk about a hard to find figure. I mean, if Conan already is this hard to find, the fact that Death Dealer was an exclusive, it's going to make it even worse. All right. Other questions? Thanks for that one, Grumps. I appreciate it. Hopefully you find another Mezco Conan. If I see one, I'll definitely pick it up for you, man. I'm going to be checking my local comic shop. Like I said, they are supposed to get their shipment in. I'll be looking out for you specifically, Grumps. And, hopefully I can get it to you for retail, but I'm not making any promises. Filling Toku on Instagram, @Filling Tokyo. I hope I said your name okay. He says, do you ever have to fight the urge to buy a fig just because it's on sale? All the time. Every day. There's never a day that goes by that I don't fight that urge, because a lot of the times I either see it online or I see it on Amazon. Amazon just put a bunch of Legends on sale. I was really, hovering over that buy it now stuff because they were just too good of prices, but I had to put it on hold. Every time I go to Target, there's something on sale. They have some kind of deal going on. Rarely do I say no to it. But yeah, do I ever have the urge to buy a figure just because it's on sale? Most definitely. I think a lot of us do. I think a lot of us get that urge to buy a figure because it's on sale. I know Prime does it sometimes, where he just bought the whole McFarlane Dune wave. I'm like, first of all, it's McFarlane, and second of all, it's Dune. Are you a big fan? He's like, well, it was, you can't beat the price. It was like $10 a figure. I get it. Now he's got a custom fig that he can do other things with it. So I get it. I think we all fight that urge, but it's like we talked about in the podcast. I'm trying to stay close to my goal of collecting. Everybody's got a goal that they're trying to stick to. I want to stay focused in that. It's really hard not to deviate, and I do it all the time. There's just so much heat coming out. But yeah, I try not to buy it just because it's on sale. If it's something that I've been looking at and it's on sale, okay, I'll buy it. But yeah, I mean, that urge is always there, though. I bought those Dune figs because I love the movie, but they suck. It's McFarlane, man. What do you expect? I like McFarlane. I'm not, he doesn't put out trash all the time, but a lot of the times I don't like what he's putting out. I like that Suicide Squad wave. Do I wish they had better ankle articulation? Yes. Do they do well enough for me? Yes. I got those on sale as well, so I'm happy with that. Still not a huge fan of McFarlane, though, after all. Maybe that'll change as time goes on. Star Marvel 76. What's up, Nate? Hey, what's up, Star Marvel? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you joining. Ooh, are you going to order the 5K Toys Leonardo? I was actually going to talk about that. So let me get done with these questions, and then we will talk about that. That'll be the first one I cover because, yeah, that's sweet. The answer is yes, Mike, but we'll talk about it as a group. I just got one sample Dune figure, and I hated it. Movie is amazing, though. Yeah, the movie is great. If you guys have not watched the new movie on HBO Max, go check it out. I loved it. It was really, really great. If you have read the book, it's very true to the source material. Obviously, that book is huge. They can't do everything, but I think they did a better job of telling that story than the original Dune did, which was the entire movie in one. It was the entire book in one movie. This is a part one, part two, so they have more time to tell that story. I thought Dune was awesome. I've actually watched it twice already because I thought it was that cool. And the thing about Dune is that the CGI is so seamless. There's even points where I'm like, man, is that CGI or is that real? It's really hard to determine where the CGI ends and where the practical effects turn in. And the ship designs, The ship designs are great. They're very true to the original designs from Dune. Stuff that you don't think is, how's that going to fly? It looks like a box, or it looks like a tube or something. But you got to think of it, it's in space. It doesn't matter what the aerodynamics are like. It's in space. There's no friction. There's nothing up there to prevent it from flying. So they got really creative with those designs back in the day when Dune first came out. And I just love how they stayed true to that, because it's just such a cool thing. That ornithopter, which is like a bug, just such a cool. If you're into sci-fi, you'll like that movie. I definitely recommend it. That's why I have a bunch of Frogmans. Got the $5 deal to do a custom I saw on IG, but I know I'll never do it. Hey, at least you got them for $5, right? And Frogman's cool. It's a good villain to have. So just a bunch of army builders. I would buy Frogman for $5. I'd probably buy quite a few of them too. Yeah, don't delay Star Marvel. Check it out. It's really cool, man. We need Mayfix SHF or at least Figma to make Dune figures. That would be awesome. I think with the popularity of the movie now, you'll probably see more companies taking on Dune, or at least that's what I would expect. I think a lot of people are kind of hesitant, like, how's that going to perform? How's it actually going to do? Let's wait until we see that, and then we'll make some figures. I think it probably surprised a lot of people, though. It's doing better than they expect. All right, continuing on questions, because we're about halfway through, and then I wanted to spend the other half talking about new figures. So, sorry, I'm going slow here. Let's see. Plasti Addicto himself, the Plastic Addict, the man, the myth, the legend. If you missed his interview, like I said before, go check it out. It's our most recent episode from Sunday. We've already got a lot of great reception on it. Thank you, Plasti, for asking this question. I appreciate you, my friend. Favorite Mezco Batman? Oof, God. That is a hard question to answer. There's been so many good ones that I love. How about I'll do top 3? I can't do a top 1 Mezco Batman. There's just too many to choose from, but I'll give you a top 3. First one is the PX Sovereign Knight. Love that figure. One of the best Mezco Batman they've ever made. Even the standard version of Sovereign Knight is fantastic. Sovereign Knight in general is just a really, really great release. But that PX, it just hit a chord with me, man. It's that the blue and gray, just really, really nailed the sculpt, really nailed the look of the suit. I love that figure. I really, really like that figure a lot. The next one, I actually have it right over here, is the Batman Day Ascending Knight. I just really like this figure. I use it a lot in shots. It's usually like my go-to year 1 Batman. Let me see if I can show that a little bit better. A little hand down, Cheney style. Not really working. Oops. Oh, well, you guys get the idea. Yeah, the Batman Day Ascending Knight, just a great figure. I love the gold belt. I love the all black on it. And it's very solid. It's really fun to shoot. Like I said, I shoot it all the time. It's one of my go-tos on my shelf. I always just kind of grab it when I'm looking for a year 1 or early years Batman. When I created those shots for the Batman movie poster or movie posters that I did, I used him because I just felt like he really had that same vibe as the one that's coming up for Robert Pattinson. So I'm a huge fan of that. Last but not least is probably the armored Batman. It doesn't move the greatest. It's not the most articulated figure, but damn, they nailed that look so well. I love the armored version. I love how it has the light up eyes. It was one of my first Mezco exclusives that I got at a con. And I remember I was so excited. I left the con, took it to my hotel room, and just broke it open because I could not wait to see what it looked like. I was that excited. And I was just so impressed. I love how it comes with the Kryptonite spear. It's just a really, really cool figure. And now it's one of the pinnacle Mezcos from the very beginning. So I'm very thankful to have it in my collection. It's definitely one of my favorites. So I would say those are my top 3, but that changes a lot based on what I'm shooting and kind of how I feel in any given day. So that might change at some point. Let's see. Adam says his top 3 are the Sovereign Knight, Supreme, and Ascending. You got the 3 years. I thought it was really cool that they did that. I wish they would do that with more characters where they have 3 stages of a character. Batman early years, Batman kind of mid-career, and then Batman as an old man in the Supreme Knight. We saw all that in comics. I think a lot of characters could benefit from that kind of treatment. That would be really cool if we saw them do that more. I get that they love Batman, but I think they need to do more versions of that to really, call more attention to more characters instead of just Batman. Mezco seems to be huge Batman fans, which I gotta appreciate. We got some more people in the chat. Thank you guys for joining. Clockwork Orgy, yo, 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 with the knives. Another Tuesday crew member. Thanks for showing up, man. And then we have Daniel H. How is it going, Nate? What's going on, Daniel? Thanks for hanging out. Back to the questions. I'm almost done, guys, I promise, and then we'll move on to pre-orders. Last but not least, from Plasty, what particular Batman do you wish Mezco will do next? That one's easy because I've thought about this one a lot. Flashpoint Batman. I want a Thomas Wayne Mezco version of Batman. I know that there's been customs, which I've missed out on in the past. I know there's been other stuff that have come out, like, McFarlane did a version. But I want Mezco to do the Flashpoint Batman with the horns and everything, the guns. Give me the whole shebang, especially with Flashpoint coming out. I don't know if we're going to get really that version of Flashpoint, the one that we all kind of know from the comic and the animated movie. But I definitely want a Flashpoint Batman. That would be so sweet. Ooh, that's a good one too. Clockwork Orgy at Grim Knight. That would be badass. There's a custom one I think somebody made. I'm not even going to try to remember the name because I'm going to butcher it. But yeah, custom Grim Knight would be sweet. No love for Clooney. No love for Clooney. I'm going to say no. He's my least favorite version of movie Batman. Just why the nipples? I don't get it. It made no sense to me. Even when I was a kid, I was like, are those nipples in his suit? What the hell? Yeah. Thomas Wayne would be great. I'm glad you agree, Daniel. Yeah, I think it's just, for all the Batmans they've done, they never have given us that, which is surprising to me. I feel like he's one of those pinnacle Batmans that you think about. Flashpoint Joker, that'd be cool to see a female version of Joker. That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be a really good one. That's a good choice, Bat Force Grump. All right, guys. So enough about the questions. Thanks to everybody that submitted them. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have anything else while we're doing the stream, feel free to throw it in the chat. I know I only put that up this morning, so a lot of you maybe have not even seen it yet. But thanks for the question. The questions I did get, I got more than I was expecting. I thought I'd maybe have 3. So the fact that I got like 6 or 7, very happy about it. I appreciate it. All right, going into pre-orders, let's talk about what Mike asked me about, and that's the 5K Toys Leonardo. Do I need more turtle figures? Absolutely not. Am I going to buy this new Leo? Absolutely yes. It's just too damn cool, man. It looks so good. And I saw a video. I'll have to find out where I saw this. But I saw a video of somebody putting this together. So you can make, like, you have this kind of relaxed version without all the armor and stuff. Then you have this other version where he's got like this scarf and the helmet. This reminds me a lot of the Ronin turtle, but we know this isn't Ronin. I mean, if you've read the comic, you know this is not Ronin. But it definitely gives me that feel of it. But yeah, like Clockwork Orgy said, even the armored one is dope. It is. It looks so badass. It looks good, man. I can't deny. I mean, you can see there's a lot of articulation in here. He's got ab crunch. That's very uncommon to see ab crunch in a TMNT figure. I think the only ones which I actually don't have, because it's going to be a surprise. I'm a huge Gucci fan, but I don't have the Revoltech turtles, and I've always killed myself for not collecting them. But they're just way too expensive now. I don't want to spend the money on it. But I thought those are some of the best articulated turtles out there. These may not beat the Revoltech, but they look like they're going to beat the NECAs. That's for sure. So I'm definitely excited about that. And they just have a unique aesthetic. You know, I go to Super 7 for my nostalgia, for my Playmates, and they nail that look every single time. I will always collect the Super 7 stuff. I go to NECA for a lot of the cartoon, the 90s movie stuff. And now we've got another source of third party, which is 5K Toys, or Fury Toys, I should say, because that looks like who's making this. But yeah, I'm all about this, man. This looks great. I'm just waiting for the pre-order to drop. And I think they're going to do all 4 turtles from what I understand. So I would like to see how much they vary. If it's just going to be the weapons, maybe I won't get all 4. But who am I kidding? I'm a huge Turtles fan, so there's a good chance that I will. But yeah, this looks great. I'll definitely be picking it up. Plasty, I got to pinpoint this here. The back credit card is even crazier than the nipples. It is. The fact that he has a credit card that says Batman. I mean, anybody think about that logistically? Where is that bill going? Is it going to Bruce Wayne's address? Because if that's the case, he's an idiot for using that card. Everything about that movie is just silly. They just need to chill out on making movies with that kind of silliness going on. I think they just got a little bit crazy there. Are they going to do all 4 versions? I'm pretty sure they are. The fact that it says the first Warrior is going to debut in spring. The next 3 are summer, fall, and winter. So we'll get one every single season for the next year, which is kind of cool. It's going to take a while to get out, but it's Leo. Oh, Kyle, being a Leo hater. It is Leo, but I'm all about it. Let's see. What bank supports the credit card? That's a good question. That's a great question. He said he never leaves home without it. Shaking my head, for sure. Dumb. Just dumb. Don't do that to Batman. Don't make him a joke. Let's see. Anything else from 5K Toys that we want to talk about? I'm not a big Bleach fan. God, I think that's Bleach. Yeah, but this is cool. This is the new release. They've been doing a lot of like ninja type stuff lately. This one looks awesome. Simple, but effective. Really gets the idea across. They've got a new Neo coming. So if you missed out on that original Neo that I heard a lot of great feedback about, a lot of people talked about how great this Neo figure was. This looks like to be the 2.0. So kind of the same idea, but it looks like they incorporated some other stuff from other movies. I don't know if this stubble was here before, but they gave Keanu some stubble. Probably in anticipation of Matrix 4 is why this might be coming out. People are getting hyped about Neo again, and seeing another version of him would be cool. This Trinity may be a preview of a future release. I'm not really sure, but definitely seems like a little bit of a preview for something else coming down. Not a huge Dragon Ball collector, but I am a fan. This looks like an SS4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That's cool because I don't think I've seen the SH Figure Arts do this. I was always the Dragon Ball Z stuff when it got past Z, and when it got into GT, I kind of lost it. Like I didn't really pay much attention to GT, but I know that we got some really unique designs from that show. I thought it was always funny that they brought their tails back, even though the tails had been cut off. I don't know the backstory to that. I'm not being a very good DBZ fan here, but I don't know much about DBZ GT. But that's cool. I think that's exciting to some people. Anyways, I wanted to talk about some other stuff. I've already got BBTS pulled up here. Let's go straight into that. We talked about this last week, but I will be pre-ordering this Felix Joker Heath Ledger version. Look, that just looks too good. I can't say no to that. I only wish they would have given us more head sculpts. We've got this cool laughing face, which is great. And then we have the normal face. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this face. I need to see it in person. Because I feel like this one's definitely nailed the Heath Ledger. This feels a little bit different, which is probably his interrogation scene. But either way, it looks great. I think it just looks really good. Yeah, there's the interrogation scene right there. Scrolling up and down. There it is. Yeah. Sorry, I had to divert there because I saw it. Paul Morales, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Let's hope Leo does well so others can be made. That's true. If you guys want to see other turtles, even if Leo isn't your jam like Kyle, maybe go support it anyways, because if you want your favorite, whether it's Raph, somebody said Mikey earlier, it could be Donnie, they probably won't do others unless that one sells well. I think it's probably going to do pretty well based on what I've seen and other people talking about it, but nothing's ever a sure thing. If it doesn't get the support that it needs, it probably won't see the light of day. So definitely go support it if you want. These third-party companies take more of a gamble. And if they can't find that it's profitable, they'll probably just ditch the idea. That's a Joker, but I'm passing on him. That's respectable, man. You can't get everything. It's like we talked about. You got to have a goal for your collection. Don't get crazy. FOMO is real. A lot of us suffer from the FOMO, but don't let that drive your collection because that can get dangerous. All right. So I had Super 7 brought up. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Super 7 right here. I want to talk about these new waves. Now, too bad Prime isn't here because he would love to talk about Silverhawks, but got a new wave of Silverhawks announced, which is pretty cool. We've seen the first wave go up. Now, this is the second wave. I'm not a huge Silverhawks fan, so I don't know all the names here, but we've got Bluegrass, Steel Will, Moonstar, and Windhammer. Now, this has to be a different version of Moonstar because I know the other version, he's quite a bit bigger. He looks quite a bit different. So this is maybe pre-transformation, I think is what that is. Then you've got these other guys here, which I don't know their names like I talked about. But one of the highlights from this is that throne in the background. This is cool too. You got the guitar with the power coming out of it. Very creative on the accessories. It's one thing I'll always love about the Super 7 stuff is that you just pack these full of accessories. That's what I'm talking about. Not only get one guitar, you get two. You get wires for the guitar. You get some straps. You get two different versions of the bird, 3 head sculpts, and you get these 2 power effects here. I mean, you just can't beat it. That's just so many great accessories. So that's Bluegrass. This is probably what? Yeah, Steel Will. So he looks great. I like the football aesthetic. The power coming out of the shoulder. That's kind of interesting. I'd like to know a little bit more how that works, but I'm sure it's true to the cartoon. Get the 2 different versions of the birds. Another just one that's full of some great accessories. Really cool line. I mean, if you're a Silverhawks fan, this is just right up your alley. I mean, you can't. This is probably one of the only times you get figures that look like this of Silverhawks. I doubt many other companies are going to pick up this property and be like, oh, let's make us, Silverhawks line. Super 7 decided to do it. They're doing a lot of really cool nostalgia type stuff. If this is your jam, this is probably one of the only times that you're going to get it. So definitely don't hesitate. Moonstar looks great. I like his dragons. This guy, what is his name? Windhammer. He comes with a tuning fork. Just what everybody needs is a tuning fork. Got to figure out where that wind's coming from. Some cool power effects. I could see you using these power effects. These are cool too. These must be like ice effects. Definitely something that you could use with other figures, not just for these. That's one thing I like to look at when I'm looking at figures. Okay, yes, this is a cool figure. I like it for what the source material is, but what else could I use that stuff for? That's kind of like my immediate go-to. Sometimes I'll buy a figure just for the accessories. Like, ooh, that's a great lightning effect, for instance. I've got a Thor that could use that. These are awesome ice effects. I've got a Sub-Zero that could use that kind of thing. I'm looking at these not only just for the figure, but what I can use the accessories for. And Super 7's great about that. And then this throne. This throne is awesome. How often do you see chairs coming out? Not very often. It's rare that you see a company making a full-sized chair for the line of figures that they represent. A lot of the times you saw it with Marvel Select. I think I've still got the Doom. Yeah, I use it all the time in shots. The Doom Marvel Select chair. I usually will buy thrones or stuff like that. I've got the Hugo Strange chair from Diamond Select. Diamond Select, Marvel Select, if you guys don't collect that stuff. I know they don't do it a whole lot nowadays, but back in the day, and they had just tons of freaking props. And nowadays you can find them for like 20, 30 bucks. They're cheap. So don't pass up Marvel Selects or Diamonds Like to Be Seen. They've got tons of great stuff. Tons of great stuff. So we got Silverhawks, and then we've got G.I. Joe Ultimates Wave 2. These look just great. I know there's a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. Hasbro's killing it. I love the Hasbro stuff. I'm a huge fan of it. I used to hate the Hasbro stuff just because of how hard it was to get. I was a negative Nancy about the Hasbro because it was just a pain in my ass. But I'm back on board. A lot of their recent stuff is really easy to get. We're not talking about Hasbro here. We're talking about Super 7. This is nailing that same aesthetic that they are known for, which is the classic cartoon. If you were a fan of the cartoon, these probably look very much like the cartoon counterparts. These just look great. Like, I love the newspaper that they come with. Got all these great accessories here. Again, I'm just looking at this. What can I use these for? I like the guns. They look somewhat cartoony, but this shotgun looks very realistic to me. You got this radio, the periscope, binoculars. You got all these different head sculpts. Really cool to see that packed in with Flint. You got Lady J here. Another one that comes with tons of stuff. I think these head sculpts look great. These really came out nice. Destro, of course. You can't go into G.I. Joe too far until you get into Destro. But yeah, this looks great. I like the laughing head sculpt. I like this one that he's covered with some kind of slime. This is another one. He comes with this I can see being used for like an Atari joystick. Just like I said, I get more interested in the accessories a lot of the times than the figures themselves. But these look great. And then the Baroness, of course. I love her gas mask head. This looks cool. I like how she's got the little smirk. I even like this different version of her. I'm not really sure where this is from. I'm sure Kyle or somebody else in the chat can probably help me with that. Like I said, just packed full of accessories, man. Really awesome. So yeah, huge fan of that. Really liking what they're doing with these lines from Super 7. Last but not least from Super 7, before we move on to another line, Undercover Raphael. This was unexpected. I did not expect us to get an undercover version of the Turtles. And if anything, I thought it might be a Donnie, because Donnie's the one that I always go to in my head from Playmates. I wonder if Super 7 is going to give us all 4 Turtles in the undercover, in this kind of look with the extra jackets. Because I love how they're doing that. Other head is the comic book head. Awesome. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. So first appearance look in the comics. Okay, cool. Thank you, Toy Malarkey. Yeah, I'm a little uneducated when it comes to G.I. Joe, so I don't want to assume I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'd rather go to the experts. So thanks, guys. But yeah, Raphael here. Looks awesome. I love it. This jacket looks great. Very nicely tailored. Looks like it fits him perfectly. I like the briefcase. I like the little sonar gun he's got here. And I love how he comes with a tripod and a camera. Bill said this best. Bill from Dork Lair. I'm in a Discord with him. He's like, so you can, a tripod and a camera so you can take photos of your action figure doing toy photos. That's exactly what I want. That actually might have sold me on this. I've got Raphael, and I was already leaning towards it because I'm a huge TMNT fan. But these accessories really sold it for me. I love all this stuff. And knowing that it's compatible probably with all the other Turtles, I like how you get the hatted version of Raphael. At least look to be the same head sculpts from the first one, but obviously with the hat. I like the briefcase. I like how this red Raphael here too. I don't think that came with the standard release. I can go get it. It's right on my shelf over here, but I'm pretty sure that red is unique to this one. And it's a BBTS exclusive. So I don't know if we're going to get another version of Undercover Turtles, but this one is a BBTS exclusive. You will not find this anywhere else. So get it before it's gone, because there's a good chance that once it's off of BBTS, you're going to have a hard time getting this on the aftermarket, much like anything else that they've been showing us. So yeah, great stuff from Super 7. They're just killing it lately. Really can't wait to see what else they're doing. There's a lot of their lines that I've been considering, especially The Simpsons. Definitely have to get that Mo. It's just a no-brainer for me. I'm going to have to pick him up. What are some other stuff that I want to talk about? Mayfix Huntress. Look up Huntress real quick. I don't think we talked about this on the pod at all, but man, this Huntress looks awesome. I'm just loving what Mayfix is doing with the Hush line. Looks so good. Very comic accurate here. I like how she comes with the fabric cape too. They keep doing that more and more with Mayfix. You see more and more figures coming out with maybe a cape or some kind of fabric goods or something like that. I think they're really doing a good job. So I'm excited for this one for sure. But I'm interested in what you guys think. You like this this Huntress version? Is there somebody else from Hush that you wish that they would do? Let me know in the comments. I feel like I'm talking a lot about figures and not really paying as much attention to the comments. So if I'm missing your stuff, please let me know. Let's see. Oh, Toy Rensu. I thought the stream was at 9, but late. Yeah, I'm the weird guy that lives in Arizona. So I forget that there's a time change because we never change time here. I'm like, no, I'm just going to go at 6 my time. That's what time I normally go on. And then I realized, oh, yeah, that's an hour difference. But I didn't want to change it after I already scheduled it. So I decided to keep things as is. But yeah, next week we'll be at our normal time. Apologies if that threw any of you guys off. Yeah, Batforce Grump says Huntress is fire. Don't know why they gave her those shorts. That's a, I gotta look at the comic again because I can't remember if she had those shorts or not. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe she didn't. I think maybe she had like leggings or something. I can't remember. That's a good call out, Adam. Pre-ordered Huntress so quickly. Yes, definitely a no-brainer for me. She looks too good. Let's see. I need a Hush Robin. Yeah, they kind of showed off. Let's look at Mayfix Hush real quick. So they showed off a Nightwing prototype at some point. But we haven't seen a pre-order for it. I'm actually really surprised we have not seen a Nightwing yet from Hush. I figured that was probably going to be one of the first ones that they did because he's such a big part of that story. And there's a lot of iconic covers with him and Batman. The one where they're running, that one. Just more members of the Bat family. We don't get enough of that. And we get a lot of villains. We get a lot of other stuff. I'm very happy with what Hush is doing, but I want that freaking Nightwing. I really want that figure in my collection. And if this is any indication, don't sleep on Hush stuff because eventually it sells out and it's really hard to find. So don't sleep on it. There's the Joker coming out, I think, very soon. There's the Harley Quinn. There's this version, the Stealth Jumper, which I think his gas mask is permanent. Not a big fan of that. But there's a lot of great stuff coming from Medicom, from Hush. I have this in my pile of loot at HLJ, just have not shipped it yet. I'm a cheap ass, and I wait until that pile of loot gets nice and big, and then I'll use FedEx to maximize my money as much as possible. So it's coming eventually. I'll have it at some point. I don't care about getting it first. I just care about maximizing my money with FedEx. Hoping they do a Red Hood soon. That would be sweet, Jay's Figs. Yeah, that would be awesome. Give me all the Batman. Is she listed at 8 inches, Paul Morales? I don't think so. That would be unusual, but let's look. Oops. Is she listed at 8 inches? Oh, wow, she is. Dang, good catch. That would be strange. 8 inches. Maybe it's the heels. But even that's tall. And she didn't really have heels on. Huh. That's a good catch, man. That'd be odd for her to be 8 inches because none of the other ones are listed at that height. Let's just look at a Batman real quick. 6.3. Could be the heels and the pointy mask. Yeah, that's a good call, Rad Toyologist. Could be just from pointy mask to bottom of heel, but even that's 2 inches you're talking about over Batman. That's huge. That's really big. That doesn't seem right. So, like Grump said, maybe it's a typo. I don't know. We'll know once it comes out, but that would be strange. And yeah, shout out to Jay's Figs. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us, man. Let's see. What else? I know we're getting to the end here. I will try to go through the rest of this a little bit quicker. I don't know if anybody cares, but you have the Mayfax Loki that also went up recently. I don't collect a lot of the Marvel stuff from Mayfix, but this Loki does look great. He looks very much like... I know this is the Infinity War version, but he looks like, from the show, too, before he goes into normal clothes. Looks great. I mean, Mayfix is really doing a good job. I know they're slow on getting this stuff out. Like, people are like, Infinity War? They just announced an Infinity War Loki? That's a long time ago. It is. It definitely was a while ago. But I think the Mayfix versions usually trump the SHF versions, in my personal opinion. You guys might not share that opinion. I think Mayfix does better than SHF most of the time in a lot of the figures. So I'm willing to wait a little bit longer for Mayfix stuff because I'm usually a little bit happier with it than some of the people that try to rush out and get things out there quicker. You think we're gonna get a Mayfix comic cap? Yes. I think Mayfix is doing, they're slow on the uptake sometimes with their figures and when they are announced and things like that. But they definitely go deep on the lines. I think if classic X-Men is any indication, there's a good chance that we're going to see more classic Marvel coming down the line. I think they're just kind of doing a lot of the movie stuff. This classic Iron Man tells me even more. We're probably going to get a comic cap at some point. I think that it's probably going to be one of their next releases, if I had to guess, just because of what we've been seeing lately from Mayfix. But, I mean, there's really no way to know for sure. They did endgame versions, so they have kind of a go-to cap body, probably. I don't think it'd be out of the realm of possibility to see a Mayfix comic Captain America. I can't believe that Black Suit Spidey is still available. Yeah, it's available here, but I don't think it's available really anywhere else. And let's see how many are available. I like to check this sometimes. Oh, wow, there's at least 24 of them. If you guys aren't aware, this keeps a pretty accurate count of current inventory. So if you're debating on a figure and you're not sure whether you're not going to get it, maybe check to see how many you can add to your cart. Sometimes it might show like 3 or 4. It's getting really low. They're going to run out soon. This one seems like it's going to be okay, but you're also paying the big bad toy store price, which is $105. It's kind of expensive. So if that's not your jam, maybe go to HLJ and ME, see if you can get it for a cheaper price. I think BBTS is great that they offer a lot of that, but their prices are kind of out of whack sometimes. Let's see. I talked about it briefly on the pod, but I'll just do a quick review of the Halloween 2 Michael Myers. Not a big Halloween horror fan from Mezco. I usually go with NECA for my horror stuff. Can't deny this is pretty cool though. I really like the pumpkins. Out of all things to get, I really like the pumpkins. This one's cool. It actually opens up. You get the classic Mikey. I'm not as familiar with what was different in Halloween 2 versus what was different in Halloween 1. I don't know the different nuances. I know that he's got blood coming from his eyes in Halloween 2, but I can't remember why. He's got kind of a different knife. He's got the dirty suit. This looks like a Halloween Kills reference, sort of, but we know it's not. But yeah, this is cool. I don't know if anybody in the chat's really like a huge Halloween fan, but yeah, you got that coming. What's it like? $10 less at HLJ? I really don't know. Jay's Figs, I think it was like 82 when I pre-ordered it. If I had to guess, I can't really remember. And yeah, you're not talking about a big difference, especially when you factor in shipping. But if you're a cheap ass like me and you wait to ship things until you have like 4 or 5 things in your warehouse, it can be a better deal. Maybe you're saving like $10. It's not a lot, but I'm a frugal bastard, so I will I will try to save money wherever I possibly can. We should be getting the next wave of Thundercats Reveal this week. Nice, awesome. I know it's probably gonna be right up Prime's alley for sure. Let's see. Marvel Legends animated X-Men. I like how they got the Wolverine. We've got the Jubilee. We've got Mr. Sinister. I'm curious to see what else they're going to do. I feel like they're going to reissue a lot of their older figures in the animated style. I think it looks great. I'm a big fan. I'm trying to resist from getting Legends as much as possible, but those definitely are getting me back in. Last but not least, you have these releases from NECA, which are the original superheroes. I thought they were going to go with a different choice of characters. I'm sort of surprised they did the 3 again. You got Ming, you got Flash, you got the Phantom. These are cool. I just kind of wish they would have gone a little bit different route. But, if you missed out on those original releases, these look to be kind of like the premiere versions because of everything that they come with. The other ones didn't come with a lot of this extra stuff. Like you got the skull, you've got the whip, you've got some other stuff going on here, different shorts. So if you missed out on those original 3, these are probably a good option. These look to be kind of like the better versions. I like the packaging though. That's really classic looking. Flash Gordon, pretty awesome, nostalgic for sure. Yo, Sunny Channel, what is up? It must have been hard for you to tell the Hood that he wasn't figure of the year, but I think he did what was right. He's a great pocket fig, maybe not figure of the year. I respect you though, Sonny. Your work with the Hood cracks me up every time, man. Thanks for being here, by the way. Yeah, you got Flash. And then, of course, you've got Ming. Ming the Merciless. Looks great. Comes with some awesome accessories, for sure. Phantom looks so good, says Jay. Yeah, it does look great. And I like how this version comes with the different shorts, which seems to be more classic looking. Let me try to get back to it. Click. Here we go. Yeah, I think that looks cool. I love the box art. These alone, these would be one of those figures that maybe I'm not, I'm going to get that as soon as it comes out. But as soon as I see it, I might have to get it because it just looks too awesome. AZ Toy Hunter Mike says he wants a recount. I think he's talking about the Hood not winning figure of the year. That's going to upset a lot of people, Sonny. You got some heat coming your way, man, but I appreciate your honesty with that. It was the worst news I ever delivered. That's a hard one, man. I know how much you like the Hood, but it was funny either way. I didn't realize I'm a little bit over on this stuff, guys. Thank you for all the questions. Thanks for helping me get through this solo live. We'll probably be back to normal next week. I'm going to go work on a Conan shot. I actually have my Storm skeletons that I'm incorporating into the shot. These are the 2021 event exclusives. Just kind of another thing to talk about. These the black versions of the skulls. So I missed the initial version, which was just the all white. And I got these black ones, but these are sweet, man. These are really freaking awesome figures. Tons of articulation, just for what it is, being a skeleton, you don't think you're going to get a lot in there, but these guys move great. They've got really awesome rocker in here. They got the jaws that move. I don't know why I went on a tangent talking about skeletons, but I did, and these guys are great. I'm trying to incorporate them into a Conan shot if I can. These are really sweet. Also, if you guys have not visited our website yet, I'm actually wearing one of our shirts, Figure Booth website, figurebooth.com. This one was designed by Brian, aka Action Figure Neverland, on Instagram. Go check him out. He does not only some great toy photography, he's also a good designer. He designed this shirt for me in Prime. And if you want another shirt that was designed by somebody in the community, go check out figurebooth.com. You'll see the one from Adam of me and Prime as mint on card action figures. I love that one. I'm going to be wearing that one too. But yeah, go check us out. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to the Figure Booth on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our lives. Make sure you like all of our stuff If you want to comment, please do that. We appreciate it. We read all that stuff. It means a lot to us to get that kind of feedback. Like I said, shout out to Plasty. He was our most recent guest. We had a great time talking to Plasty. It was awesome to have him on. We've been longtime friends, and if you missed out on that, please go check it out because that was a lot of fun. Thanks to all you guys for hanging out with me in this live. I had a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do another one without Prime if I can manage it at some point in the future. Or if you guys are interested in being on one of these lives with us, we're always open to guests to come on. Might have one of those things where, we do like, hey, let's find out more about Sonny, for instance. He's going to join us on a live, or Adam Gonzo, or maybe Jay, for instance. We're always open to people coming on and joining us on these Monday motivations. So it's not just me and Prime all the time. We've had other guests on in the past. We're always open to having more guests on in the future. So yeah, thanks to all of you for your support. I appreciate it. I've been Nate, aka FigureFan_Nate. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, not really so much on Facebook. I don't know why I say that anymore, but I am there as well if you want to look for me there. And hope you all have a great week. Hopefully this live has been motivational. Take care, guys. See you later.